Hello and welcome. It may be a boring stream. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just sitting down at the pewter, trying to get my stuff set up. I mentioned this on Wednesday. I'd like to do a little bit of website work. You know, things that are on my list that I never finish. One of them being an item database. I put the categories just chatting, but we're gonna do some stuff. Let's get started. Sorry, I'm still trying to set up my screen here. One second. You want to log in and see who won. Let's do that. Hello and welcome to a Jaseowns stream where we are gonna be doing all sorts of shit today. Like, you get to look at the back of my head. Exciting. Who won the lottery? Does anyone know? I'm gonna go look. Was it me? Sacrilege? Congratulations on your 23 million gold win. Dang. It wasn't me. I got my next 10 tickets for next time. Okay. So this stream's gonna be kind of goofy. And I don't know, you know, how much I want to give away the secret sauce. But on this other computer, I had a script that ran to pull items off of a shelf and then document them. Okay, so that was over here, and I kind of want to just redo it because this was before the new shelf was put together. So this was like kind of a while ago. And granted, the item IDs are still going to be the same, but I feel like there's a lot more items we can do. And a lot more things that I could potentially do better. So we're going to check that out. But how did I get that stuff? Well, I created a script that actually read the screen. I should probably just do it on this other computer still, and then let this computer, one that I'm sharing my screen on, be... I should have thought this through. Jace, you should have shot this through. I should have. I sure as shit should have. Can I be logged in the test center? I sure can. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm on the other computer. Because we're gonna let the bot run on this computer that gathers the information, and then on this one that I'm streaming on, we'll use that information that the bot grabs. Sounds great. SC. Should have thought this through as my mantra at work. So true. I can't confirm, feel the same way. All right, so you guys can't see this, but it's... I wonder if I could share this screen somehow on the stream. I definitely should have definitely should have thought this through. Okay, so basically, and again, it's hard to see, but the good news is with this giant monitor, I can have the gameplay window over here. The storage shelf is over here. Shit, maybe I could like zoom in here. I'm trying to think of how I should do this. I was concerned about not starting it on time, that I didn't spend any time like thinking how I was going to do this. But basically, look it, I'll just show it on this screen. But I'm going to write the script over there. We're going to tandem on both computers. Now it's going to kick me off though. I'll just log on to a different account on the test chart. Okay. So we're on generic Jace on the test center. We go to town center. And basically, what my script did is it took the item from the shelf. It took one off. Okay. I need to mute this screen. Okay. It took one off. And then it took a screenshot of it. So let me throw all my gear away here. I basically had an empty bag, okay? And I would take an item off the shelf. And then my code would search for this item in this empty bag, okay? And what my code did is I did greater than info on this thing, okay? And I had the window pop up. Kind of like this. It just kind of look like this. And then it would drag the pearl off to itself, you know, and let go, and then take a screenshot. Okay, and it... Again, I'm going to make it happen over here behind me. Dark Horse, hello, happy Friday. Pizza and ice cream. Dozer69, hello. This is going to be me fumbling... Well, I mean, it's pretty much just always this way. So there's really no difference of any stream. But anyway, basically what this script is going to do is it's going to take, and this is an external script, so I'm breaking the rules. But what it's going to do is it's going to take a screenshot of the item like this. So see how it has the, and I'm pointing like you guys can fucking see. See how the little item here is in the dark? Cool. Anyway, what I want the script to do is I want to go through all these items and then get the item ID, the hue, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, I did this, but it was before the shelf change, okay? And I kind of want to redo it. The other thing that I missed is sometimes when you click an item, it says like UC Black Pearl, okay? So that this is technically a Black Pearl. But the item name is Black Pearl the, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully. And if you don't, then I don't know what I'm saying either. Anyway, so what I want to do then actually is I want to read the journal afterward so that I can get the text that you actually see in the game, the name of the item in the game, the ID of the item in the game, the hue of the item in the game, what it looks like in your bag with you clicking it, what it looks like by itself, and then equip it if I can equip it. Okay? It's a very lofty goal. And the thing is, I had started it on this other computer, and I have, again, all the items that were on the original shelf, except for the different hues. So I can go a couple directions with this stream. I can either just use what I already had, and we can update that on the website, or we can go full throttle and try to like improve the actual getting of all the images. What sounds more exciting to pass out to? Would you rather doze off to me trying to automate getting items off the shelf? Or would you rather pass out to me making website changes to reflect how to look up an item? You guys tell me. Cast your votes now. I don't know how to make a poll. I never put that in my bot. Meanwhile, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find where I put this shit. Community posts. That's a Jace bot. Chatbots. Those are my bots. Biggest Loser. Brands. Emojis. Images. Jace bot. Where the hell did I put it? It's got to be under Sandbox then. Sandbox. Base stream code. Database. Where did I put these things? Sir Dogmad, hello. How are you? I'm looking for where I put these already images. Okay, and how I made the original, like, let's just talk about how I made the original one. We could technically use AutoIt to do it. That is an option. The one I did originally was using a Node.js framework called Robot.js. And that's on this computer too, but we're doing good. You know, it's Friday. It's Friday, yeah. I didn't feel very good this morning, but we're good here. And like today I want to do the, I definitely want to make changes to the website, but I also want to finish gathering all the info, all the item data. Because basically the other thing that I want to gather is items that you can create off of this, right? So like gold, prev coins, any of these items, I want to be able to click and grab the info for as well. Same with all the cores, right? I want to go through each one of these, get pictures of them. Air aspect, like all this stuff. Every one of these options, all of these options on this thing, I want to go through dynamically and gather the data on them. That way we have a full list of all the IDs. If you're new here, what's the website? It's so the one that I've been working on is UORazorscripts.com. You can do !scripts in the chat. But basically I want to do an item database, right? That way, if you ever need to know, like, hey, what's a core ID? You know, that you can easily just type it in. Or maybe you want to dynamically make a loot list or a move this loot here. I want to be able to incorporate that in the website. Exclamation mark, scripts. So anyway, the other thing, again, like I can teach us, which is against the rules, but using a third party to like interact with the UO. I'm not trying to do it in a malicious way, but the moment I teach people how to do it, then it's going to turn malicious, right? But again, the idea is I want a program that goes through each of these items, puts it in my bag, clicks them, takes a screenshot, moves on to the next item. That way I don't physically have to do that. It's like that meme, hey, can you pass the salt? And they're like, yeah, just give me 20 more minutes. I'm making a condiment dispenser. It will save time in the long run. I probably should just overlay that here. Anyway. UO helper. There it is. Okay, let me put this where this other computer can see it. That way we can at least see what I've done so far. My goodness. You're gonna share this. Are you playing on a mini window? Well, we were gonna do something. We're doing something sassy. To give you an example, so like back in the day when I ran this, storage tab 1, okay? Here's like, I did this in January, man, January 25th. Anyway, what it did is it took the first item off the shelf, which is a black pearl, put it in the backpack. Then it moved it over here, and then it took another screenshot, right? So that way, between these two images, I have what it looks like in your bag, and I have what it looks like without it. Like, so I can make a transparent image. And then I have the item name and the item ID. And it basically went through all the different items. So like, here we go, magic root, blah, blah, blah. See how it's gathering? Like I gathered all this shit. Because I want to be able to display this on the website. Why is my neck red? Did I get bit by something? Or am I just flustered? Anyway. So I guess we should just start here. I don't know. I kind of want to finish grabbing all the items. But see how I did that? Does this make sense? Is anyone picking this up? So this was all on the first item. Shelf. Storage tab 1. Okay, and then these were all the IDs that were on the storage tab 1. So this is the item ID, the hue, and then the name. So technically this is my database, right? And then these captures, which I need to rename appropriately to match the ID. What sausage would you like to be, like, see how it gets made? Item grabs, or should we do the database? Again, I'm ill prepared for this stream. I knew I wanted to work on this shit. I just don't know what order and what's important, or what people might want to see. Hopefully that answered your question, Engine 13, because 12 was taken. And that's the other thing I want to work on too. Like, God, there's so many things I want to do. Because like the other thing is my little text-to-speech person.
Kenjin 13.
You know, like I want to work on that too. I want to be able to type someone's name on my little side of my chat program here and then be able to say it out loud. So many programs to do. So little time. All right, well, fuck it. Let's just take what we have now. I'm going to take each of the tabs. We're going to open these up, and then I'll make a new window. Do I have the website on this computer? I've shared chat. Okay, I do. Okay. So we're gonna open folder. Called Sandbox Websites, UO Outlands, UORazorscripts.com. I'm gonna close down the environment variable. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So this is the source code for UORazorscripts.com. It's exciting, right? Don't forget to donate. So we're gonna run this locally, and then we'll make some changes based on this database stuff. So instead of putting it in a real database, we're just gonna use a JSON file for now. So I'm gonna say utilities new, and we're just gonna call it item, UO items, DB. I'll just name it a JSON file for now. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all this shit into a JSON file. Here was tab 2. Taking all those bad boys. Tab 3. Maybe I should keep these separated. Shit. Because I'm gonna need to go back and rename them. Tab 1, tab 2 to get the file or the. You know what I should do? Just open this. God damn it. Okay. We're gonna just open this folder. Oh my goodness, Jace. This is called me being unorganized. Welcome. On this computer here, we're gonna make a new folder. We're gonna call it UO items. Copying over the images and stuff I have on the other computer. That doesn't look right. That's me. Okay, we're gonna open a new folder. Why do I keep clicking it wrong? I want to move you over here. There we go. Okay, now here we go. Storage tab 1, which are these items IDs. Great. So now we can just copy pasta, and then we'll make a new file called item IDs.js. And technically we could make a program to read this, but we're just going to do this for now. We're going to say var item IDs, and then we'll post this here.
to var data. Is equal to that. Okay, so this is tab 1. So now we're gonna turn this into items. So item 1, capture 1, would be this black pearl. And capture 1.2 will be the other one. I just want to rename or copy these images. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a new folder called images. Okay. We're going to rename this item helper. And basically I'm going to dynamically rename all these rename these files into what their IDs are. Sounds great, Jace. Whatever the hell you say. So we want to loop this list. So we're going to say rows equals data.split. And then we're going to split string from char code 10. Okay. And what this code is basically doing is char code 10 is a return. Okay. So it's going to put all of these items into an array called rows. So if I console.log rows.length, we should get however many captures we got. It should give us 19, 20, 28. We'll find out. Or we'll throw us an error. Console.log is that's not an option, Jace. 28. 28. So hey, we're off to a great start. Things match. That's fantastic. That's what we want to see. We want to see it match. Anyway, so as we loop through here, we're going to rename the image capture 1 is going to be 392_0. I think that's how I'm going to do it. That way it's the item ID hue. So we're going to say var name, we're going to loop these. So for each. So it's rows.for each. And I like to say row. Then we're going to say if row.length. Meaning we got a valid row. Because maybe I did something like this. Oops. This would be considered a row, but it doesn't have anything in it. Okay. Anyway, just to handle that. That means we have a valid row. Now we want to basically get the item info. So now I can just say console.log row, and this should reprint out all of our goodies. And sure enough, it did down here. That's what I wanted to see. We're good there. So now what we can do is we can say row.split our columns. Actually, trying to think of how I want to do this, because basically we know there's a space in between the item ID and the hue. And then there's a space between the hue and the name. And then there might be additional spaces in here, so we're going to join those back together, but stick with me. So we're going to say var columns equals row.split, and we're going to split the row by spaces. Okay? So then column at position 1 will be the item ID. So we should just see the item ID. If I run this again, why is it? It's not happy. Row, split, space. It's not happy with that. Why? Derpy the Troll, hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. We're struggle busting over here. Oh, it's because there's a bunch of spaces in here. Look, these are all considered spaces. So we're gonna do we're gonna trim those. I wonder if I could just trim beginning, like before I even do this. var row. No, we don't want to say var. We say row equals row dot trim. Let's see if we get rid of those spaces. We sure did. Great. So now columns at 0 is the item ID. Great, that's what we want to see. So item ID, we'll just name these easier. Item ID is equal to columns at position 0. Okay, var hue is equal to columns at position 1. And then the name will be whatever's left over. And there, I'm thinking there's like a split or a string, or there's like some JavaScript way to do that. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so we're gonna Google. But basically what we want to do is we want to remove the first 2 elements. So I'm just gonna type this into the comments. This is again how I do shit. Remove first 2 elements and then rejoin the list together with spaces. Okay? Because basically we want to remove the item ID, remove the hue. That way we're only left with like cannonball. Right? But right now, cannonball is position 2 and 3. Hopefully that makes sense. Or maybe this doesn't make sense at all and nobody gives a shit. But that's fine. I'm here talking to myself out loud of what I would be doing here sitting by myself. Anyways, so we're just going to Google that real quick. We're going to say, hey, Google. How do you remove the first 2 elements from an array in JavaScript, right? And I'm clicking it. Stack Overflow is our friend. We could probably use ChatGPT at this point. Splice is what I want to do. Use splice. The splice function allows you to remove an item based on an array. And how do we know this? Because we're looking at the docs now. Ooh, fancy. Fancy JavaScript docs. Splice. So what we could do is we could say var, or we don't even need to do that. Row equals we don't even need to reset it. It actually just removes it. So row.splice splice start number is 0, delete count 1, because that's going to remove the 2. Why has it got a little... Splice may not exist on type string. Did you mean slice? No, I meant that. Console.log row. Okay? So if I... We're going to do it before and after, just so we can see it. Row.splice is not a function. Oh, because I need columns. Columns, Jace. Columns. So let's see, before and after, I probably should say that. Before. That way we can actually tell a difference after. Right, rerun it again. So before, it's this. So technically I need to remove up to 2 elements. Oh, because that's the elements to remove. Perfect. So before it was this, next it's cannonball. Okay, so then we just want to say the var, the item name, is equal to columns dot join, and then we're going to join them with the space. Doing great. This should be all we need. And now what we're going to do is the console log item ID, hue, item name. Perfect. Kind of. I lied. I removed the splice. I deleted the splice code. It was so close. I want that splice. For everything nice. Okay, now we're gonna run it again, and wow, lo and behold, Jace, isn't this exactly what you just have right here? It is, but it's in a usable format now. Instead of just being text, it's now usable. The fuck is this? This is us. This is what I was gonna be doing. This is what I do when I'm not streaming. So like, I'm trying to do some work while we're here together. Choose to join me, choose to click away. I'll put it on just chatting. I love you guys for hanging out though. Appreciate it. So basically what we're trying to do now is, for the people that just joined, I've created a thing that went through the storage shelf, okay, and it took some screenshots. See? Took some screenshots. So these capture one, so item number 1 is a black pearl. Okay? Item number 1, black pearl. Capture 1 is a black pearl. Capture 1 _ 2 is a black pearl all by its lonesome right here. Okay? I'm gathering photos and item IDs and item data for everything. The problem is now I need to make it in a usable format. So now we've made a little thing to parse this. And we're basically going to copy these and rename them. So the goal is to take this capture 1, put it under images, but name it 396.2 _ 0. Because this will now be the item ID _ hue. Does this make sense? Isn't Python better for database stuff? Potentially. I don't know Python though. So what we're doing is we're taking what I've already gathered, which is not everything. You know, I still want to gather everything, but we're going to start this. You put 306. Okay, I mean, I'm going to delete this one. Like, we're going to delete that. This is why we write a program to do it for us, Kick Rocks, because if you relied on me to type it, it's not going to work. Bliggity coming in with the pew. Hello, Bliggity. Okay, so far what my code does right now is I'm basically just taking the list of item IDs that I've already gathered here in this text document, and then it's parsing it out into usable values that we can do. And so now we know we're in storage tab 1. Okay, so I'm going to set a variable for that as well. We're going to say var tabby. Let's call it tabby. So we're in this tab. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to make an array of items. The var items equals this. Okay, and then we're going to push these items into each one of these things. So we'll say item.push means we're going to add a row, a record, and we're basically going to call it item ID. Item ID. Hue is hue. And then item name. And then instead of console logging all of them, we're just going to console log down at the bottom items. And technically I don't need to do this. I'm just being weird. But this now is our like potential JSON file of database items, okay? Fantastic. Is this what I do at work? Kind of. I use like C# at work, and I like work on websites and APIs and shit. So I don't get to do stuff like this at work. This is more of this is what I do at home. And I don't really get to use JavaScript or Node at work. So I like to use it at home when I can. Fixing bugs, yeah, pushing features, fixing bugs, supporting apps. Really exciting stuff, like just breathtaking, amazing stuff. Like, very lucky. Like, fix the printer? Yeah, no, I can't. People want me to do shit like that when they hear that I'm in IT, or not IT. I don't think I'm even in IT. I'm in web development, in my opinion. Anyway, so now we have items, JavaScript database, blah, blah, blah. But now we want to make the images so that we can reference them dynamically. So let's do that as well. How are we going to do that, Jace? Well, in Node.js is what we're using here. There's something called file system. So we'll say const fs equals require fs. That seems silly. Why do you do it like that? I don't know. Let's hit convert to ES module. I mean, technically we could import. I don't even know. I'm used to require. ES modules are like the newer one. You're already on the road to IT since you know how to pull out a desk and hook up the internet. That's true. That's true. There's video proof to show it now. How do I dry my brand new router off? I spill coffee on it. Damn it. Hey, we did. So true. Okay, so with file system, there's something called write file, move file. There's all these different options. And you're like, Jace, how do you know this shit? Well, you have an idea in your brain of what you want to do, and then you just try to find a way to do that. And most of the time when you search the internet, you can find that shit. So for example, we just wanted to know how to remove an array. Well, guess what? In the old Mozilla docs, there's a way that you can look up how to do shit. Okay, so the same thing we're going to do with Node.js fs rename file. So I'm Googling, how do I rename a file? Okay, the first result is normally Stack Overflow. Okay, so normally what you could do if you're trying to be a programmer is you could click this, Stack Overflow. Okay, and then you just scroll down. I don't even look at what people ask. I just scroll down and it says, okay, here it is, fs rename. Cool, that sounds good. If you want to do it the correct way and figure it out yourself, you go to the actual documentation. Okay. Now, these days, we could probably just use a ChatGPT. Maybe. But anyway, so we want to rename a file, and luckily enough, it's called rename. Okay, it's like this is it. So it's fs rename old path, new path, callback. Callback means there was an error. Is there a rename sync? Rename sync. There sure is. Okay, the reason why I like sync versus async in my particular programs for my own personal goodies is then it guarantees that it's finishing in the order that I called it. Can you use ChatGPT, like try it like that? Yeah. Let me make sure my history doesn't show anything. Kind of like, how do I clear my history? I don't want you guys to see the things I've been asking it. You know what I'm saying? Giving away my secret sauce. Anyway. My previous searches. How do I schedule YouTube videos? Screen reader images. Authenticate as a YouTube user. Cooking transition tips. How do I stop eating fast food? Video editing automatically with Adobe. That's what I was trying to figure out. How do I make a better query for your chatbot? And I continue. There's a whole bunch. I'm not gonna show this on the screen. Anyway, can I hide this? Hide sidebar. Perfect. Is it gonna pop out? Let me try to ask it a question real quick. I don't want to like re-pop out. Okay, cool. So I asked it, how do I rename a profile in Node.js? Old path, new path, rename. So, I mean, technically this is the same thing that we were just about to do. And again, it tries to explain it. And again, me being the way I've developed code forever, I don't read this. You know, like I skip this portion. That's like blind to me because I have a hard time reading. And I just would copy. And I would try to figure out what's this. What's cool about ChatGPT is like, hey, it just said, this is how you do it. But I'm like, wait, I want to use... And we use rename sync instead. So like, because I want it in sync. So look, it rewrote it in sync for me. So ChatGPT is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. A little scary actually. It gives me a little bit of anxiety, like I'm gonna lose my job. They took our jobs. Since you got Summoner Snurf this week, you could teach ChatGPT write Razor scripts so Lutheus can't keep up with your bots. True. I've been wanting to learn more about that too. Like, how do you train a model? You know, like how do you actually... Yeah, the hit points of the elementals are going down. Which isn't a big deal. We'll just summon more automatically. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so back to our thing here. So instead of writing a file, we want to rename. But technically I want to make a copy of it first. So I want to copy file sync. Okay? And what we're going to do is we want to take this capture1.png and then move it over to this images and then rename it. And I'm assuming during a copy we can give it a name when we copy. Let's find out. So the other way you program is you just use the helpers inside the program here. So for example, I'm using Visual Studio Code. If I say fs.copyFileSync, it tries to tell you shit, like the source, the destination, and the mode. So our source is this guy. Tabby. That's the folder. And then the name of the file in this case is capture1. Okay, and how do we dynamically do this? Well, we can just do items. So we can say capture $items.length. Because as we're looping through this, we're adding items. So when we get the first item, it will be 1. And then the item's name _.png. Okay, and then we'll want to copy that over to this other, and we'll name it tabby bar storage. Finalized image, finalized image. It's going to be under images. Images, and then we're going to give it a name that we're going to rename it, and this is going to be the file. Actually, we could just do it like that. Finalize. Let's see. We're just say images directory. I don't even know why I don't know what I'm doing. Storage. I said tabby, but we're going to say storage image directory. That doesn't make any sense either, though. Original. Original image. Final image location. Okay, so instead of tabby, we're gonna do this original image location. And then we want to move it over to here, which is going to be the final image location, which I actually properly lined up. And it's going to be item ID underscore item hue, or just hue. .png. Because we want the source destination, the source, the destination, and then I don't know what this mode is. Let's see. Mode is an optional integer for the copy. It is possible to create a mask. I don't know. We're just going to run this. Let's see where it puts the files. You guys think it's going to work first try? I do. I'm going to run this. Item helper. Nope. You can't use the import model from outside it. Yeah, so I don't think I have... You have to enable these things, like to use import. So we're going to use require, which it's JavaScript related. It's like modules. I don't, now it's going to work. Sorry, everybody. Boom. So sure enough, it ran through here. And if you look in the image folder, look. Is that right? I don't even know. The good news is it totally worked. Crossbolt. The problem is we only use one. We moved one image. I want to move both images. So let's do that. Copy file sync, and it's _2, right? Is that what the storage tab is? _2. And then we're gonna call this one like just image. Because technically I'm gonna use that one for the image itself. I'm gonna rerun this. It should repopulate with 2 images now. We got the regular one, which is the kindling. Like, look here, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Is it coming across? We got the kindling image, and then we have the kindling image again, but just by itself. Like, technically, I'm gonna strip it out to be just this. We're gonna see if we can do that dynamically. I don't know if we can or not, but either way, the good news is I have like just the kindling by itself. Now, why would you want this, Jace? I don't know. I'm trying to be thorough, okay? I want us to search an item and then have a graphic, what it looks like, the item data. It's gonna be great. Trust the process. Hike with us tomorrow morning, please. Yes. Mackenzie just out loud laughed. Was it a good laugh, like she knew because I was going, or like because she knows that I won't want to go? Anyway. So we have these images now, which is great. What, like, instead of having to like manually look these things up, let's go ahead and look for these directories as well. That way I can just run it once and be done. So the data here, we paste it in. Technically it's in this file right here, items ID. Figured you would say no. Yeah. Probably say no. Anyway, so instead of doing data here, just like right in this little file, we're gonna read it out of the items ID file, okay? So data is now gonna be read out of file system.read file. And I'm gonna read file sync again because I don't wanna have to worry about callbacks. So this works nice in my own programs, but you don't really want read file sync or sync in like production apps, okay? Because then if this thing took 10 minutes, no one else can have a request until this 10 minutes is done, you know? Sync is terrible in like real land. It's great for my little side projects. Happy to see you in nature. I will take a video for proof that you're away from the Wi-Fi on the computer. No, we're gonna live stream the thing. What are you talking about? Live stream tomorrow. Hike. First IRL stream. It's not me in a Whataburger. It's me out in nature. Sweating. Tired. Hot. Isn't it like really hot right there? Yeah, technically it is, but the storms are cool. Yeah, she just said that. It cooled down because of the storms we've been having, you know? Three-legged Louie, good evening. How are you? Okay, so when we look at the data, instead of using that hard-coded thing, we're gonna actually look up this little guy right here. And so how do we do that? We want to read file sync, and it's gonna want the path, okay? And the path is gonna be our directory, and then we'll call it folder, and then it's going to be item.ids.text, okay? And so how do we get the folder? Well, to get the folder, we're going to need to read the directory. So var directory equals, and it's going to be all these storage tabs. So how do we do that? We're going to do file read directory sync. And this should just be, I think we just want to read the directory we're in. I'm going to console.log directory. I'm going to go ahead and do this over here just to make sure that I'm not outputting anything bad. Uno momento. Por favor. Okay, cool. That looked good. It basically is outputting everything in our directory, right? So it's saying we had images, image helper JS, image like text, blah, blah, blah. And then we had all these directories. So what we want to do is we want to loop those directories. And then if it contains storage shelf tab, then we know we want to do that, right? So we're going to say directory. This is directories. Say directories.for each. And then we'll call it directory. And then we'll do some code. This is great. You're living the dream every day. Congratulations, sir. You beat life. I'm also living a dream. This is all a dream. Okay, and so the good news is we want to put this code inside of this loop. We're going to leave the items out of here. No, actually, I want the items in here. Are all items. We're going to have two arrays. We're going to have one just for funsies to make this easier. And then we're going to have one that has all the items in it. Alter Ego, what's up? How you been? I've been doing fantastical, you know? The dream, like the cake, is a lie. That's true. It's like when you say you're living the dream, you're just like, you can't say how you truly feel, so you just say living the dream, but like the dream is a nightmare. It's okay. Okay, so the data, so inside of our directory, if the directory.index of, and this is like an in, and we want to say storage shelf tab is greater than or equal to 0, then we know we can do code. So if we get to say equals less than 1, we want to continue. Is it return? I think it's just return here in JavaScript. I don't know. Sometimes I forget. So basically what we're doing is we're looping all the directories. Okay. So images in this case doesn't contain storage shelf tab. So it should just skip it. We're going to console.log directory again, just to make sure. And then what I do sometimes is I just take out the code that I know I don't want to run, cut it, and then we're going to rerun this code just so we can see storage shelf tab. Look at that. It appropriately hit us up with just the storage shelf tab. So we know we're doing good. So I'm going to hit Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. So we're back to our code that's working. So we know that we're in the right tab. We know we want to look for, instead of folder now, it's called directory. So we want to read the item IDs in this directory. That looks nice. We get the rows out of there, which is fantastic. The original image location is now just a directory. So where I'm using that, I can just say directory. We want to move the final images over there to the images. These are the items. We're going to do another push to all items. This might be a little bit of duplicated code, but I'm okay with that. Things don't have to be perfect. Fine, I will ignore you too. See you outside tomorrow. It's because you put a bunch of bugs. What do you want me to say? Bugs out loud? Love you, sweet wife. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so now if we run this, it should go ahead and move all the files over, and then we actually should be able to output all items. Do you guys think it's going to work first try? Do you think it's going to go through all of these and correctly do it? Or do you think I'm screwing it all up and it's going to break? Let's go ahead and remove all these items. We know those worked. But we're going to get rid of them for now. Move to recycle bin. I think it's going to work first try. Hashtag I believe. Evo for screwing it all up. I like your style. I'm going to do node. Item helper. Let's go. There's something wrong with it. Let's see. No such file directory open / tab. Okay, so it's looking in my root directory. We don't want that. Of course something's wrong. What do you win? Three-legged Louie. That's true. You should win a prize. Oh, it's because I needed a dot here. I missed the dot. It's a small thing. You win the respect and animate. There's something else wrong. Data.split is not a function. Read file sync. Oh, because I need to do UTF-8. UTF-8. Yeah, you write enough code to know it probably won't work the first time. So true. Anyway, so what it was doing before is reading the data, but it wasn't putting it in a format that it could read. So this should work now. Now it should be a string. Sure enough, sure as shit it is. Let's go. So the items itself, it made 68 of them, okay? Well, 68 plus however many displayed. So let's just review this in the Explorer here. We go to images. There's a skillet. It's called a fry pan. What do you want to see? Oh, it's like this. There's the image itself, okay? So we got what it looks like in your bag with it, you clicking it. We have the item information over here, and then we also have it over here. A fishing pole is 32.53, you know, blah, blah, and we got, oh my God. Now, the magic of web development is technically I could use this full image and then crop it out with CSS so it only shows like this. However, then I'm forcing you to load a bigger image. I might want to split these out even more. This is, I might want to split the screen, you know, like. And apparently I changed outfits at some point. I was very stylish when I was looking at bandages, and then I got naked when I saw the black staff. Anyway, as you can see, I moved the screen at some point. I messed up. The bag moves too. Look at the bag move. Anyway. Pretty good, huh? So far, so good. I definitely want to improve the grab, but this is going to help me later on. Okay, so now that we have the items, let's make a item JSON file, and it's basically all items. So we're going to run this bad boy again. I'm going to skip copying them because we already have all the images. So I'm going to comment that out. And instead of saying console log all items, we're going to say fs.write file sync. And then we're going to do blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to say items.json. And then what we want to do is take all items dot, is it JSON? To stringify? Is it to string? No. Is it I think it's JSON.stringify. I think it's like that. Let's go ahead and run this real quick. It should create us a file. Well, items.json, and sure enough, it did. It's just in one big row. And these are all of our items that we've gathered so far. We can make it prettier by like giving it additional properties. I'm pretty sure, is it just :4 or something? I mean, technically, this is where we could use ChatGPT. Let's give it a shot. Hey man, I got an array that looks like this. Boom. Can you make it pretty? Certainly. Here's your array formatted in a more readable way. It's taking my job. Technically, we could format it inside of the... Look, it was too long. It actually crashed. It aired. So it didn't actually work. It tried to work. Phew, my job is safe for now. Anyway, you don't need ChatGPT to do that. You can actually format it directly in here. I'm pretty sure it's just Shift-KE. No, is it Shift-JE? There's some way you can just format it. Maybe I should just ask ChatGPT that. How do you format a JSON file in VS Code? It's Shift-Alt-F. Shift-Alt-F. Configure default formatter. There are multiple formatters. Configure. Yeah, we'll do prettier. There we go. Maybe that looks nice. So here's all our item IDs. Look, there's Black Pearl, Blood Moss, blah, 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 Cannonball. And again, these were just items that were on the shelf, and it was before the shelf got reworked. So it's no way in all the items, but this is going to give us a basic getting started file for how we want to display it on the website. He said the magic 3 words 3 times, so now you'll have to go viral and it won't have work anymore. Son of a bitch. It's all right. Now I'm going to post one of those videos of how to make 333K per year using ChatGPT. Just watch my 20-minute video about how I tell you about how it's going to change the future. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter where I'm going to send you an article about the shit that I just talked about. And then follow our sponsor, Skillshare, where I made a course about ChatGPT. I almost said JaseGDP. Tell me more, Jace. God, I'm going to have to, man. You know? I'm going to have to turn into like shilling for the million, you know? Anyway, so this is our little items JSON file. This is our database, right? This is just a little easy lookup for items. Not perfect, but great. You know, good enough. Now, what I'm missing is what I still need to dynamically get or type in. I can't, it just kills me to say that out loud. But like, for example, the food. Okay, everything was named tray. But if I go ahead and I open up this file right here, this 29774. I go to 29774, where are you at? It's down here because it's a big number. 29744. 29744. And then the hue is 2414. So if I open this guy, technically that's a sausage feast. And right now, I don't have that anywhere saved dynamically. Okay? The sausage feast is nowhere here readable. It's kind of like monster IDs, but not great, but good enough. It's true. Don't worry. It's all going to come together. This is going to be great, Jeff K. It's going to be the clue. It's going to be great. You've done your work is not in vain. I swear. We will make it happen. Anyway, so the other thing that I technically want is like the item description, okay? Because I would like to also see sausage feast. That way on the website, I can type in sausage feast and hopefully a picture of this tray comes up and not something else. You know? And technically we could do that now, you know, like I could go through each one and then say, you know, item, description, and then, you know, name it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's funny seeing this items.json with item ID in it. It makes me want to just have this be ID, Q, name, description. I kind of want to just rename it at this point. Because why is item ID inside items? As a matter of fact, let's just regenerate this file real quick. This is what's nice about programming. I changed my mind. I want it to be different. So all items, I'm just going to say ID, Q, name. And if I save and play this, and I rerun this, and I go and open my file, Look at that. Now it's smaller. ID, hue, name. Perfect. Because it's extra space we don't care about. Extra fill. Anyway. So now that we have our items JSON, and now that we have our images, we need to add it to the website. So here's the Outlands website running, not locally at the moment, it's just here on this in the old site. If I do npm run dev, this is going to kick off a dev build, and then we're going to be able to see the old website under localhost 3000. Just kidding. It crashed. Why did it crash? Database URLs not found. I don't think I must have not have run this yet on this computer. So let me move that over here while I find that stuff that I need to hook into. Uno momento. Technically it's over here. You think I'd be prepared? I'm not prepared. It's already been an hour and 16 minutes. Why does time fly? We're gonna go new window. We're gonna open folder. This is under E. The playground? Remix. Yeah, let's see if I can get to that on this computer. Time, it is an illusion. I wish I could control time. You know, like slow it down. I feel like it's just going faster and faster each day. It's freaking me out, man. There's the dog agreeing with me. Woof woof. He's getting bigger. If you guys can hear him. So you can. Yo, Teddy. We hear you, bro. Okay, so that's not on there. Of course it's not. Remix. UORazorscripts.com. We're gonna open that. And then we are going to take this file. Sorry, uno momento, por favor. We're gonna put it over there, a secret little storage container. Then we're gonna take that over here. We're gonna cut that. We're gonna put it under sandbox, websites, Outlands, paste. Okay. Now we can go over here. Again, run dev. Does it work now? No. Why ain't no worky? Oh, because I'm doing it wrong. Don't save. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out why this shit is not working. It's saying it can't find my database, which is understandable. But also, what step am I missing? Why can't you find my database? Oh, because I deleted it. That's why. npm run dev. Refresh. Nope. Database URLs not found. Basically saying, how do I seed my Prisma database? I'm trying to figure out why this isn't loading. And I use Prisma on this particular project. Prisma DB seed. That makes sense. Prisma DB seed. I probably don't have Prisma. I do. You know what I need to do? npm install. npm run dev. That's me. He's still breaking. Why are you breaking, bro? He said with glee. Environmental variable not found, database URL. It's there. A little bit frustrating. Why are you not there? What am I doing wrong? I'm getting error after creating a project, blah, 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 steps to reproduce. Did you double check that you have environmental in the root project? Yeah. The folks that are trying this, .env. .env. It's .env. It's right there. npm run dev. Are we having a 404 error? We're having the website won't even load locally error because it's saying that my environmental variables don't exist, which is false. They do exist. I'm gonna npm run dev over here just to see if it works on this other computer. Because if it does, then we'll just program in this little tiny window over here. Dorian, hello. How are you? Localhost 3000. Is it gonna load? Hashtag will it load? It sure shit did. So this is the website. It's running locally over there. Let's see if I can hit it on my computer. Okay, so this is it running locally on my other computer. So local tests again. This is like this is running on this computer on this screen, but now my database is I just want it to run off of that, you know. So give me 1 second. We can get this to work. Uno momento, por favor. By the way, the other thing that I don't know if anybody has Photoshop or not, but there's a there's the beta is available, and you can like do generative fill. Anybody seen that? Where you, like, so this is just a white. This isn't even anything. I could say generate fill, and I'd be like icon for swordsmanship. Generate. Like, what is this? ChatGPT? Like, AI is taking over. I need to somehow get on this. I need to somehow do this. How do I make money with this? How can I quit my job with this? But anyway, look, and it gives you 3 options. This was literally a blank background. WTF. Anyway, I'm not worried at all. This is fine. This is all fine. I can't breathe. Have you tried unplugging it and holding the reset button on your router? Damn it, Buggy Pirate. Without showing off the environmental or the environment file, I have it here. It's right here. Okay. But for some reason, when I'm running this code, it's saying like, hey, this variable is not found. But it should be. Try Jaseowns wearing, here, we'll do, we're just gonna delete this one. I'm gonna select right here. Generative fill. Jaseowns wearing female plate mail armor. Generate link. Let's see what it thinks. What's a Jaseowns? We're about to find out. There she blows. That's the first one. Here's the second one and the third one. Literally a blank image. All right, this stream is now just an AI stream. Okay. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. I'm gonna grab a photo. I don't ever go to Facebook, so it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on here. How the hell do you even use it? I want to take my current profile picture. Here's my current profile picture for Facebook. So let's generate fill, remove my wife. Let's see what happens. You mean meta? Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. Let's see what happens. Oh shit, they removed everybody. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's trying to like layer it on this thing. Look how they matched it up. That's very strange. I don't know what that is though. Is that a tree? We're gonna delete that. Generate fill. Put a guy's face here. Anyway, if you don't have Photoshop, you should get it. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but hey, for me not being a person that could do this thing. Because now we can just mask this over here. Like, how do I just do a mask, create clip and mask? Boom. Right? And then we just take this guy and I don't know how to... I'm not very good at it. There. I mean, that's pretty good. Perfect. I think that looks pretty good, huh? I want to make sure that the lighting's right. There. The new logo from our website is here. Thank you. I just did it. Where, you know, for you all to see. Anyway. Back to the problem at hand. We're making the data. This is my problem too. Like, this is what happens when I'm actually working on shit without streaming. I'll be like working on it, and then I'll get distracted by something, and then I go down a rabbit hill, and then I watch YouTube videos for like 48 hours, and then I wake up tired, and I'm like, fuck, I never finished what I was going to finish. Is that relatable to anybody? I don't know. A squirrel runs by. Somebody asks me a question. You know? I got an itch. Okay. So anyway, I was really hoping that this damn website would work on this local machine right here. That way we could code up together. But technically I can make a change over here and we can see it on the screen, but like you're not actually seeing me like do the code. Which again, does anybody care? I don't know. We could debug this problem. That's probably a good idea. I know it's gonna be something stupid. It always is. So the build runs fine, but it can't find the environmental variable. So I'm gonna Google that. Actually, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Here, we're gonna do it again. We're going over to more AI. My Node.js project running remix can't read the .env file for some reason. Do you have any suggestions? Check your environmental location. Make sure that it's placed in the root directory of your node. Yeah, it should. Verify the name. Yep. Without any. Yep. Yep. Confirm the encoding. I mean, I could try to make sure that it's UTF-8. Technically, so yeah, this is just the error that I'm getting is that it can't read the actual like environmental variable, which is just a link to the like database. So like the error that I'm getting is like this environmental variable is not found. It's not that it can't reach it, it's that this variable doesn't exist, but it definitely exists in my env file. Confirm the env package by double checking that you are accessing the environment variables correctly. I wonder if I could just like output process.env. Undefined. So it's not finding any of the... So when I output just process.env, it like outputs a whole bunch of shit, but it doesn't, it's not including any of my like local environmental variables. Use a .NET package. If the above steps don't resolve the issue, consider using a .NET package like blah, blah, blah. I don't think I use .NET environment in any of the other ones. Why should I need it here? It's called .env. I'm in this other window, like looking shit up, or like I'm outputting like multiple examples out of my environmental variable, but it's not grabbing them. Why is that? npm run dev, and it's still not happy. Environmental variable not found. It's still not working. Check the file permissions. Ensure that the env file has the necessary read permissions. Make sure that the file is not restricted or inaccessible. Verify the file path. Manually load the environmentals instead of relying on the env. You could try to set them in your code. Debugging and logging, add debug statements, blah, blah, blah. This is programming, everybody. Hope you had fun. We spend, 20 minutes actually coding and the rest of it either looking at AI shit that we shouldn't even care about or just struggle busing. I probably need a water and to walk. I need a walk and a water. I'm clicking through a bunch of different links trying to read now why environmental variables might not be working. Exciting. Are you banned in chat? No, you shouldn't be. Did it not work? I didn't see it come through. post away. Excuse me, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through this shit. I can see your message, FK. But just post it in Discord. If you got something. If you got something. Also, sometimes just restarting your computer is a good way to fix these problems, but I'm not going to restart my computer right now. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I'm only on like I've only streamed like 117 times, so I don't know what I'm doing. I can click somebody's name and put them in timeout, or report them, or pin their message. But I can't like say, hey, you're okay. Is she talking to the dog or is she talking to me? I don't know if you guys can hear her or not, but she's saying, it's a good boy. Okay. Well, shit, I got like 15 minutes. I wonder if we can use this to make a website layout. Generate fill, it's too big. Generate fill. Why are you not happy? Let's take a screenshot of our current thing. Outlands. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. I'll paste that in. And I'm gonna say generative fill. Describe what you'd like. I would like I would like a website layout for displaying a table of images. I have no clue what this will do. Like, I've seen a lot of videos like they're extending a thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm just using it in weird ways. So, like, look at this. I found my new website layout, guys. Oh, I like that. Looks like a folder. It's like a toothbrush over here. You're traumatized. Are you a lesbian now? Yes. Yes, you are. Congratulations. Anyway, that didn't work out how I thought it was, but still good. still fun. Again, generative fill. Who knew? You know? Apparently there's a new photo version of Shop available. Update now. Was it wrote Russian or what was that? That's a great question. I think it's just I don't know if that's real words or not. But it's cool that it gives you options, you know? Like, let's make a black background. We're going to mess with this. We're going to do a black gradient. Sounds great. Because apparently I don't know how to actually do... Little things in my way. Paint bucket tool. New. Paint bucket. We're gonna hide all this shit. I want to... Again, we're avoiding work right now. Generative fill. Ultima Online logo. We didn't recognize your prompt as English. Please try again. I'm gonna go over to ChatGPT. We're gonna say, do you know Ultima Online? Yes, I'm familiar. Can you describe what the logo looks like? I don't have the ability to visually perceive or display images. However, I can describe the general characteristics based on your knowledge. I'm gonna copy this whole thing and paste it in here. Generate. This is what I'm talking about. Is your computer German? Maybe. Okay, based on the description that ChatGPT gave me for Ultima Online, we're so close. Ultima Online. Optimi Online. Ultima on Online. I mean, we're close. I mean, it gave us a shield. And again, okay, here's the thing. We have to make something. We're gonna make money off of this, I swear. Okay? Because now what I could do is I could take what I just did and I could have it speak.
The original Ultima Online logo featured a stylized emblem with the game's title integrated into it. The emblem consisted of a shield-like shape with a curved top and a pointed bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Inside the shield, there were various elements representing the fantasy theme of the game, such as swords, spellbooks, or magical symbols.
Yeah.
The lettering of Ultima Online was typically written in a bold and decorative font, positioned either above or below the emblem.
Close enough. You know? Good try. Let's generate another one. Hey Chris, how's it going? Heart, heart. By the way, that was the other thing that I was doing is, oh shit, look at that one. It really wants to say O-line. I like that. Ultima O-line. Anyway, the other thing that I was working on with this, again, just multiple shits. You know how like normally when I do like less than 3, like the bot says less than 3, right? So like I could say hey and then like less than 3. Well, now hear it.
Hey Jace Love.
So hey less than 3 is now Jace Love. So I could do like a smiley face,
Smiley face.
but then lesson 3
Jace love.
is Jace love. Okay? See where I'm going with this? I want to combine all these things into one thing. I want to somehow make money off this bullshit. Okay? Like imagine a world where you just sat on your computer and you talked, you know? Anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. This for your background CPU? Pretty much. Yeah. I want to be able for you guys to have shit say stuff. Imagine a world. Sounds like one of those 80 movies trailers, which are amazing. Yeah. But less than 3 is much better than love. That's true. Do I have that open here? Testy. I named that file Testy. Not like testicle, but like testy. Like with a Y. It's funny. Okay. I don't know if that's streamable code or not, Jace. Let's not open that file. All right, I'm gonna close that down. We're gonna go over here. We got about 7 minutes left, so I'm just really, we're just gonna. ChatGPT needs to make scripts for Unchained. I mean, technically, ChatGPT can make Razor enhanced scripts. Okay, so like I asked it, do you know Ultima Online? That's great. And so like, can you make? I mean, so like, what do you want? Wildfire. 90-20, because 90-19 was taken. What script would you like it to write? Because it can. Like, write me a script in Razor Enhanced for adding scrolls to the spell book. So, this is making it a class. It's technically not a class. Okay? So some of this shit will work, some of it won't. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, the good news, this is Razor Enhanced. So like, let's try this. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let me go to Unchained here. Unchained. Woo-doo-woo. I'm telling you, I'm going to lose my job. This is why I need to make money before I get fired. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it live. Exactly. How do I do the Razor Enhance from here? Because technically I need to load it for my other thing, right? Let's see. It's like classic UO. Because I need to load it from my launcher. 1 second. Games. I don't understand crypto at all, AoE death, and I'm bad with math. So I probably wouldn't be the best person to like create a bot related to money. You had to change the settings to show both? Yeah, so I installed the thing in a separate folder. Like, here's my games. So I have Razor Enhanced installed here, but I loaded the launcher. Where the hell's the launcher? This is Unchained. There we go. Unchained Razor Enhanced. There we go. I need to run it as administrator. Hey, crazy. Hello. How are you? So Unchained 1, let's play. Bum 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 bum. Let's see, Jaseowns. Here we go. We played the game after all, guys. So we're gonna go to scripts. I'm gonna say new. We're gonna paste in this bad boy. So right off the bat, it probably won't work. But we're gonna say file save. And then we're gonna say chat GPT example. And I'm just gonna hit play. We're gonna see what happens, okay? So I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna hit play. Okay, so first of all, it says invalid syntax. Okay, so, and I know right off the bat, like it doesn't want this class shit. Like you're not gonna like set up classes inside of these scripts. Okay, so we're gonna remove those just right off the bat. And then we're gonna dip and put those back in. And then we're gonna resave this and play. So line 1, column 7 is still not happy. So we're gonna remove those as well. File save. Also, is / not how you comment shit out in Python? Again, I don't know Python. This is my problem. Let me open a Python script that I already wrote. Like pouches. How did I write pouches? See, it's percent, it's pound. Right? So this is a script that I wrote for pouches, okay? So define a function called useTrap_pouch. So let's add this. Oops. We'll add the ChatGPT thing. So again, it's like we would need to replace all this shit. Instead of us doing it, let's just tell ChatGPT he's wrong. Or she's wrong. I don't want to be... That doesn't look like the correct syntax for a Python Razor enhanced script. Can you fix it? Oh, it gave me a C. It gave me a C# class. Like, what am I should have known that. What am I doing, Jace? I'm doing Python over here. It gave us a C# thing. So let's say new. That's stupid. C#. New. Paste. File. Save. And we're just going to say chat GTP. If this works, I'll be pissed. I'm not going to be pissed. It's actually going to be kind of cool. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit play. Sure enough, it ran. What happened though? Compile warning. The macros doesn't exist. Okay. I mean, it ran at least. It just wasn't correct. You change the wording. GBT every time you say it, because that's how it's in my brain. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm actually kind of special. You know? Special with a capital R. Right in Perl, says Sir Paradox. I mean, like, those are the options. UO Steam, Python, or C#. If you're looking for a Python-based script for automating tasks, you might consider using a different tool or library. Razor Enhanced allows, I can't even spell it right, Enhanced allows for Python. Actually, let me just output the error that I got. Ah. I got the following error. And can you fix it? This is like the Discord messages I get. I apologize for the confusion earlier. The errors you... And again, this is where my code, my little bot code, my little guy, this right here would read it for me.
I apologize for the confusion earlier. The errors you encountered suggest that the script I provided was not compatible with the version of Razor Enhanced you are using. Unfortunately, I do not have visibility into the specific version or compatibility requirements of your Razor Enhanced setup, as my training only goes up until September 2021.
See? Yeah, now she speaks. Exactly. I'm gonna sell this somehow. I need to sell this. How do I sell it, everybody? Ask Google Bard. I haven't tried Google Bard yet. Also, this is the free version of ChatGPT. Maybe I gotta go pay. All right, well, it's 9:02. We're gonna sign off for now, but I think we did pretty good. We made what we set out to make, at least, which was a we made an items file for the shit that we stored. We've appropriately, you know, parsed out the photos for each one of them. I think we did good. Obviously, more enhancements could be made. I was kind of hoping to show some of these items on the website as of today, but, you know, time flies when you're playing with AI. Made our own shield with... Anyway. Hope you guys have a good time. Thanks for hanging out. Let's find somebody to raid. You know, we're in the just chatting category. So maybe we should raid somebody that's just chatting. I don't know. I don't know how that works. We should probably raid somebody playing UO, to be fair. If anybody's on Twitch right now, tell me who you want me to go to and I'll do it. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care who it is. Tell me a person and we're going there. Sell your voice bot to OpenAI because people too lazy to code or too lazy to read. So true. So true. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there's something here, you know, and then I can make a video. Like I'm saying, like I made $20,000 in 10 minutes with ChatGPT and you can too. Just sign up for my course. It's $1,000. But imagine all the $20,000 you'll make. See you at 3 a.m. again for the Discord questions. Thanks, Dorian. Ask ChatGPT. All right, Levi the Wizard says we should raid Big Wiz. Big Biz? Let's do it. Primus MMO is now following. Thank you for the follow. Mr. Big Business has been online for 8 hours and 26 minutes. That bro crazy. Thanks for your first time chat. Thanks for the follow. We'll see you next time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 9. I'm probably going to live stream our walk tomorrow as well. You follow me on YouTube. And by walk, I mean our hike. Because we crazy up in this house. All right, cool. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good evening. Have a great weekend. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 to 9. Peace.